and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. One of Meghan's and Harry's biggest media detractors have been trending on Twitter. There have been some serious allegations made against him. Here we see why is Dan Wootton trending on Twitter. Allegations explored as presenter takes leave of absence. Now, Dan Wootton is but one of many spokes in the wheel of the toxic media. There's constantly pushing negative articles, attacking Meghan and Harry. And now it seems the shoe is on the other foot. Is this karma in action? I say this, but this article is the only one I have found that has mentioned it. For the time being, this trending topic on social media is being completely ignored by the media. We know that Dan Wootton hangs around with the family of William and Kate at award ceremonies and was connected with a friend of Kate and William's press secretary. Is it possible that Dan Wootton is protected by the same toxic media that constantly attacks Meghan and Harry? Well, if there is nothing mentioned or reported anywhere in any of the mainstream press, and yet it's trending on social media, we can only assume that this is quite possible. As the toxic media love to latch onto trending topics in social media regardless of whether there is any evidence or not, speculation is what they do all of the time. Harry himself mentioned a sad little man showbiz editor responsible for the Tiara Gate story, which may believe is referring to Wootton. It says in Spare, a sad little man, the newspaper's showbiz editor, was said to be the lead reporter on the story. Why him? Why, of all people, the showbiz guy? Because lately he'd refashioned himself into some sort of quasi-royal correspondent, largely on the strength of his secret relationship with one particularly close friend of Willie's comms secretary, who fed him trivial and mostly fake gossip. He was sure to get everything wrong, as he'd got everything wrong on his last big exclusive, Tiara Gate. He was equally sure to cram his story into the paper as fast as possible, because he was likely working in concert with the palace, whose courtiers were determined to get ahead of us and spin the story. Proceed, sad little man, proceed, Harry writes. So that's coming straight from Harry's book Spare, and Harry describes him as a sad little man. And I think we should take note that these people involved in the business of peddling lies and gossip, who are part of an agenda to falsely direct the public to hate people, are sad and pathetic, and their job is to manifest hatred in the public. And even when the chickens come home to roost, we should be careful not to get dragged into their vortex of hatred. As Harry states, these are sad little men and women, and should not be given attention in the first place. In a perfect world, this should be uniformly ignored. Unfortunately, the mechanics of the media system means that these people are forcibly pushed onto the public. So yes, they should be called out for what they said, and once they are shown, should not be entertained no more by the public. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. So many of the toxic media and their deluded reporters keep on talking about how Meghan and Harry are not popular, even though their Netflix documentary was one of the most watched shows on the biggest streaming platform in the world. Even though Harry's book Spare broke sales records, even though all of that, the deluded media will report that Meghan and Harry are not only losing popularity, but that their shows are rubbish. The delusional reasons they give for their record-breaking shows and books are not because people like them, but because they hate them, as I highlighted in the last video where reporters on Sky News Australia stated that Harry's book sales were down to what they labelled as hate purchases. It is all ridiculous, of course, and a lie. As you can see today, Harry and Meghan's Netflix documentary has been nominated for an award. Here we see Harry and Meghan's Netflix documentary nominated for Hollywood Critics Award. The Telegraph then says Duke and Duchess of Sussex's 6-part series in which they took damaging swipes at the royal family is up for best streaming non-fiction. Notice how they use the term damaging swipes. The Telegraph is a pro-monarchy newspaper, part and parcel of the smear campaign. When they say damaging swipes, they just need to replace that with Meghan and Harry told the truth about the royal family. The news broke on Twitter with their very personal documentary appearing in the list of nominees for Best Streaming Non-Fiction Series in the Hollywood Critics Award. The post read, the 2023 HCA TV Awards nominees for Best Streaming Non-Fiction Series are Harry and Meghan, Prehistoric Planet 2, Rainn Wilson and the Geography of Bliss, Renovations, The 1619 Project, The Reluctant Traveller with Eugene Levy. Fans rushed to the comments sections to add their praise for the show, with one writing, "The Harry and Meghan series should win this category. Very well deserved. Congratulations to the team for a job well done." And another adding, "Congrats to all nominees. I'll be rooting for Harry and Meghan." The documentary was a massive hit for Netflix, with 2.4 million people tuning in for the release day. Interestingly, it received higher figures than The Crown, as they only raked in 1.1 million viewers for the premiere day. So once again, the media have egg on their face. 1 minute saying that the popularity is down to people hate watching or hate purchasing their content, which they also claim is rubbish. But in reality, as we see here, they are getting awards. You don't get nominated for awards for creating poor content. An award, sometimes called a distinction, is something given to a recipient as a token of recognition of excellence in a certain field. There are many documentaries that are made every year. Not many of those get nominated for awards. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.